and the government wanted to come and buy up all their radio towers because they wanted to use the land surface for the superhighway, the NAFTA superhighway. So that NAFTA superhighway exists. It's being built right now. By the way, they use Mexican truck drivers, and this is not a disparagement of our Hispanic brothers and sisters across the border. And some people attempt to marginalize what I say and demonize what I say by trying to imply there's a racist content. There's no racist content. All races are created equally in the eyes of God. And I have a deep love for the Hispanic people. I minister in Hispanic churches. I speak through a translator. And I have a long track record of reaching out to the Latino Hispanic population. But this is the game plan. The Communist Chinese do not want to pay union wages to go into ports like Long Beach. So they go through the Panama Canal. They go to the port in Mexico where they can pay non-union workers. Then they use Mexican truck drivers who are non-union to bring truckloads, cargo containers of goods and services, retail products, etc., up through the NAFTA superhighway. Well, why are they doing that? They're doing it because they can save billions of dollars a year in costs by circumventing union wages. Now, one would think that American unions would be defending their workers from this threat, which will mean the erosion of their jobs. But listen to me carefully. Most unions are in the back pocket of a political party, and most unions, this is my opinion, have sold out their membership for the big bucks. You need to know that if you're a union worker, because your job is up for grabs. So this NAFTA superhighway is a way to bring in Chinese goods, which are made either through slave labor or through wages that are so cheap that nations like Japan or Germany or the US, you can't compete with the manufacturing costs of China because it costs them nothing to make anything because their labor costs are so tiny. So, who does this benefit? It benefits the multinational corporations. Now, what's going to happen is America will be flooded with products and services at a very cheap cost. Everybody likes that. You want to buy a shirt, a watch, a TV, cheap. I understand that. The problem is it's going to cause and is causing massive unemployment across the United States of America. We have industries in just about every state of America and industries throughout Europe and industries even in Mexico that are going belly up because it's cheaper for the multinational corporations to make their computers, their cars, their toys, their clothing, medicine, whatever it is in China. Now, you get the benefit of a cheaper product, but you also end up losing your job. So going back to the question, well, why would the multinational corporations do this? Because they're destroying their marketplace. They're lowering the standard of living of the American middle class and the European middle class, and they won't have the purchasing power to buy cars and computers, etc. The reason that they don't care is because their focus is short-term. Most of these CEOs, well, they're in the job for a couple of years. Then they have the golden parachute. They walk away with hundreds of $million of bonuses. So if they can, on a short-term basis, make the stocks rise, they only care about 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. They take the money and run. But they're not looking down the road, 10 years down the road. I am. That's why I wrote my book, Are You Ready? And you can get my free intelligence report on the PaulMcGuire.com website. Here's the bottom line. The standard of living of the American middle class through the Kyoto Climate Treaty, and Earth Day, by the way, is a pretense for wealth redistribution. It will transfer trillions of dollars out of the U.S. into other economies. By the way, there are no environmental restrictions in China. Their factories are belching smoke and pollutants. The environmental controls are on the United States and European countries, not on China. They don't have environmental controls, so they can make stuff cheaper. And you need to know about it. You know why you need to know about it? Because you're going to discover, if you don't wake up soon, you're going to wake up, and it's happening even now, and discover that the United States of America, or a Western European country that you may live in, or Eastern European, that you are now living in a third world nation economically. And you're going to lose your Constitution and your constitutional freedoms. Is that what you want? I don't think you do. Go to my website, paulmcguire.com. It's free. Get the information. Knowledge is power. And hey, look, don't worry about the people who are mental zombies in Night of the Living Dead. They're hopeless. They're watching the Cartoon Network and Worldwide Federation of Wrestling. They're never going to get it. They're the useful idiots. You're not. You're informed. Act on that information.